Whatever it is, it's big. Woo!
There we go. He's gonna want to scan it.
Perfect. All right. What are we doing today, Carl?
We're gonna do something magical today.
Okay, okay. We got his batteries for the fish finder. All right, guys, just to lay it out, what you guys are gonna watch today is my first ocean kayak trip, and well, a fishing kayak trip. I've been out at Cape Catalina Island just paddling around. That was pretty cool. Carl just got into it as well. He's slayed some halibut, but he's very familiar with the waters behind me, and we're gonna get on him. So all the rest of the video is gonna be GoPro footage because I'm not gonna bring this camera, but wish us luck. We're looking to target some halibut and possibly, let's just say it, white sea bass. That would be awesome. He's never caught one on a kayak before, but he's slayed them. He's got all those little bones, those little dive bones from the inside of their head. He's got a whole jar full, so he's got plenty of white sea bass under his belt, but it would be fun to catch him on a kayak on a lighter rig. So we're gonna go ahead and get these babies in the water, and I'm gonna really depend on his knowledge. So thank you so much, Carl, and then thank you, Martin Mansera, Fishing with Martin, for letting me borrow his kayak. All right, guys, we'll see you on the water.
In terms of conditions, we couldn't have asked for a better day. We were looking at a low tide of 9 a.m. and then the high tide was at 3:38 p.m. So that meant we had the opportunity to fish both the slack tides of the low tide and the high tide. And the weather was supposed to be around 70 degrees throughout the day with minimal wind. So it was perfect for the kayaks.
The first order of business is get bait. Also, to not lose anything. Losing stuff out here sucks. So definitely don't do that. So, just got the rods situated. Gonna tie on the sabiki rig and hopefully get some bait. Back as a kid, my dad used to always take me on the pier, and we had all these sabiki rigs, and we would have a backpack full of them just wrapped around a bunch of styrofoam. I really didn't have to buy these. I should have just used those, but couldn't pass it up just in case we didn't have any good ones. So everything that had to be in this kayak had to be a two-piece because a full rod setup won't work in this boat if it was a one-piece. To be able to fit it inside the dry storage.
Unfortunately, throughout this video, a lot of the audio files got corrupted because the microphone was on my vest and it kept on moving around, so a lot of it was cut out. But in this part of the video, I am explaining that all of your rigs before going out to kayak fish should be pre-tied, because tying on leaders, sinkers, and these swivels that I'm using would not be that effective on the water. It's always good to prepare all of your leaders before you get onto the water.
All right, Carl just said that we got some bait. Marking bait. Let's get them.
We were able to jig up a bunch of bait. We landed on a good school of mackerel and a few sardines mixed in between. And this one in particular had an anchovy sticking right out of its mouth, and he still ate the sabiki. What a hungry little man.
Anchovy. What do you guys think?
Now with the bait bucket full, I was able to rig up the full halibut setup and start dropping down. We were able to fish like this for probably 15 minutes, and then Carl called me over to show me this mackerel that got bit. So he missed a bite, but you can clearly see the teeth marks were of a really, really big fish right in the middle of the bait. So he missed the stinger treble on the tail and the hook on its face. Carl was a little disappointed, to say the least. Throughout the day, we were very fortunate enough to be able to catch up fresh bait as we fished for the halibut. So we always had a bait bucket full of live, really active mackerel to put on our rigs. And here it is, guys. This was the moment. I had just finished jigging up and I noticed there was some slight pressure on the rod on my lap. So as I go to pick it up, I raise it up slowly and it felt a little extra heavy. And then I yelled to Carl, "Carl, I think I'm on." Oh yeah, I'm definitely on. Watching this footage, it still makes my heart pound. But this fish really didn't fight. There wasn't much head shakes. It just basically came in very lazy, which, when you think about it, all the missed bites that we had right in the middle, they seemed like really lazy bites. These fish weren't really active and trying to inhale the bait. And as I brought this fish closer, the water was clear enough to where I can see that the fish actually ate the stinger treble and the whole mackerel was missing. So I went ahead and I grabbed the gaff just to be ready. And I start to control the fish with my left hand, and I'm just watching and waiting until I can get it close enough for the gaff. My first gaff shot was a total fail, missed the fish completely. It dove away right as I was going to lift it. And then this one was another miss. And then so I slowly bring it back, and this gaff shot was successful, guys. We just landed our very first halibut on the kayak. Oh yeah. I was definitely stoked. Had to give it a little pat on the face. And then Carl starts paddling up. He's super excited. I'm thanking him, and I'm like super out of breath. I'm like just adrenaline pumping. Gosh, this was such an amazing moment. Couldn't have asked for anything better. The sky cleared up. The conditions were just right. The drift was just right. The wind was down low. And I had a legal halibut on the kayak with a gaff shot perfectly right through it. Right here, I'm just thanking Carl and holding up what we came out for. A legal halibut. She is definitely a beautiful specimen. And Carl's like, get it on the stringer right away. And there I was, fiddling around, getting my pliers out, and oh God, let's watch that again. So in hindsight, this fish was waiting for the perfect opportunity, and it's almost as if he knew. He was just like, I went in a little lazy and Edward thinks that I'm not gonna move, and yeah, I thought he was fine, but nope. He went crazy once that hook was removed, and I was there left in disbelief. Next time, we're putting on a stringer right away. Oh man, just pure disbelief and sadness. It was just a roller coaster of emotions right here. Sitting in the kayak in the ocean, just screaming. But fortunately, it was still very early in the day, and there were more halibut to go chase after. Maybe something else. But there it is. The stringer I should have put on before I took the hook out. I should have put him on the stringer first and then took the hook out, or at least left him on the gaff. Well, definitely a learning lesson from the first kayak fishing trip that I've ever done for fish, and just lessons learned. There's no bad things that happen, it's just ways to learn a lesson, and that was definitely a hard lesson to learn. But when things go wrong, you just gotta keep on going. Put on a new mackerel and keep fishing. So yeah, I definitely hope I have a chance to redeem myself. Oh yeah, Carl asked me if I'm gonna post that. Of course. Gotta document all the learning experience. That's why we do these videos, is to learn off of them and have fun watching and reliving moments like that, even if it's kind of painful. All right guys, so we are back where I caught that fish, and Carl just drifted over that spot. We're gonna work this area thoroughly because he says that a lot of the times they do stack up in an area because they like a certain type of terrain, and great minds think alike, even with halibut, and they'll usually like to pick about the same kind of spots. So hopefully we can drift onto them again in the next 10 minutes or so, get some redemption. Guys, there's dolphins heading straight for us. That's cool. Right on the horizon right there. They're literally heading straight for us. Oh, that's epic. Yeah, they're definitely chasing some sardines. Look at this. Wow. You guys see that? Oh my gosh. Wow. That's amazing. Guys, look at this. They're coming like literally within feet. Oh my gosh. Wow. Whoa. There's a little baby right there. That is epic. Wow. Wow. Spectacular. Oh my gosh. Carl, look at this. What are we in? You think there's bonito in here? Wow, look how close. So close. Guys, just being in a kayak alone amongst all of these animals was just a really cool experience. It's definitely top on the list of really cool experiences. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. This experience actually almost made the halibut loss not that bad, because look, we had all this. Whoa! Whoa! Dude, dolphins everywhere right now. This is epic, guys. All right, guys, just as an update, the water has gotten a bit rougher, and we're gonna go a little more shallow and then hug the coast. That way, the wind and the waves aren't so rough when heading back. But we did get some intel that possibly shallow fish are in the area. Carl's friend who dives gave him a quick call right now, so we shall see. I still got a couple lines on the water, kind of slowly going this way. Hopefully we can get a bite. Oh, look, another bit one. Jeez, another missed fish. Missed fish numero dos. But it's still swimming around good. I'm sending it back down.
Send it.
My battery's been dying, so I haven't been using my GoPro much, but that's what happened. I think the bite's turning back on, but this thing got destroyed. I'm gonna put a fresh bait on and get back out there. Gosh. At this point, we have been on the water for about 6 to 7 hours. And after those misses and losing that halibut, I was determined to bring some meat home, so I started putting the mackerel on a stringer. Those are definitely delicious when you can cook them right. So from here on out, I start bringing home some mackerel. I even resorted to even taking the ones that I even used as bait. This particular one had a really nice bite taken out of it, but still, it was possible to bleed them out and put them on the stringer so that they can be prepared for dinner later. I got a fish.
Probably a short halibut. On the sardine. Yep, little shorty. Oh yeah, freak out. He ate the front treble. Oh, man, not the one we wanted. So my question is how come this shorty can eat the whole treble and the ones earlier couldn't? Huh? Dude, because he ate the treble all the way. All right, buddy. Take care. Oh boy, it's peeling line. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh. I just got peeled by something big. I don't know what it is yet. It made one run. It was a mackerel on it. Oh yeah. My GoPro's gonna die any moment now. Yeah. Oh, guys. I think you might have gotten me onto a sea bass, bro. It could be a leopard shark, you're right. It could be a shark, huh? Oh. Turning me around. It's turning me around. Oh. Got all the time in the world, buddy. Whatever it is, it's big. Woo! All right, guys, just got home. I didn't give you the whole story on that leopard shark. That thing, based on Carl's estimation, was about 5 feet. Definitely made more than a couple runs. It was about a 15-minute fight. We were able to bring it up to the boat, and it was actually snagged behind the pectoral fin, but the mackerel was bit in half. So what might have happened was he might have bit the belly of the fish, broke it in half, felt the treble, got scared, and then got snagged behind the pectoral fin. So it was really hard to control that fish's head. So whenever I brought it close to the boat, its head was free, and it just dove and dove. And what's happening is that 40-pound monofilament line continues to get sandpapered on the fish's skin. And if that happens long enough and you're not able to get control of the fish, that monofilament gets weak and ultimately snaps. And that's exactly what happened. How you feeling?
Tired.
Give us a summary.
Sometimes you drag around bait all day long and you don't catch anything. And sometimes you do, but that's not up to us. All we can do is try. It's up to the ocean. That's it, that's all I got.
So today was definitely eventful. Started off by losing Martin's rod holder, and then we went out, caught some bait after getting set up. Took us a little longer than we intended to take getting bait. We thought we would get bait in like real quick, and then, We figured it'd be really quick, but it didn't. So we didn't start fishing till about 9:30, and then we fished, and I lost that freaking fish that's gonna give me nightmares. And then whole pot of dolphins, a couple misses, a bunch of misses, a ton of misses, and then hooked up on that leopard shark that I fought for like 20 minutes on like really old gear from like the 80s, my dad's old rod. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, James from Northern California, must be visiting with your family, age 7. So I just want to say thank you so much for leaving that note on my windshield. I really appreciate all the support and the good vibes you guys send me. But until next time, this was a really good first time on the kayak catching fish. It was really good.